So I used this cream coloured cover as I thought it'd be more of the colour of a bone or a skull, and it also differs from the pure white pages on the inside, so it looks slightly different and doesn't blend in. I also laser cut the front of the cover to make it more of an interesting design, and I left the page underneath plain black so that you could see the colour through it and it would create this kind of effect. I then used this kind of old Gothic font here because it's used a lot in different kind of tattoo typography and script that people get tattooed on them, so I thought it was appropriate. And I also made the text on each page in the shape of a skull head so that it would kind of give it a more interesting composition throughout the book. So I used this Gothic tattoo font throughout, and I also just used a pop of colour on the pages so that it's not just plain black and white. So yeah, you can see that I used the head design throughout for all of the text, and I also added in my own illustrations, such as the skull head here, and each illustration relates to what each kind of paragraph is about. So this is on the origins of the skull, so I just did a simple skull drawing. And this one was on skull in different cultures, so I also drew a Day of the Dead skull. That was another illustration I added in. And then at the back I did one more design because this one was about the skull and crossbones symbol. So I added in another illustration of my own to make it more interesting instead of just having text. And then that's the conclusion. And I also did the bibliography in the same way as I did the contents page, with that tattoo script font at the top. And the font on this one is a lot smaller than on the other pages because there was a lot of text in the bibliography and it didn't all fit on one page, and it would have looked not as good if I spread it out on 2 pages because it wouldn't have really covered 2 pages well, and it would have had big gaps in it. And then that's just my title page with my student number, name, blog address and assessment number, etc. The word count and the title of my essay. I kept that at the back because I wanted the front page to be blank so you could see the design through there. And that's it.